Hello everyone and welcome back to 2007. So one day I was just looking through Reddit, just like everybody else really does, and I saw this weird subreddit, it's r/loaded diaper, and unless you guys haven't read the Diary of a Wimpy Kid series, you probably don't know what the heck I'm talking about. Well, here's a little bit of insight as to what this subreddit really is. Now, I'm not going to talk about subreddits and top posts, and that's just what most people do, but I'm not going to do that. It was just this one in particular, it just stood out to me, so let's talk about that, right? You may be thinking, what exactly is this subreddit? And it's basically just a place where they have memes of Diary of a Wimpy Kid, a 2007 book series by Jeff Kinney about Greg Heffley and his odd family as he deals with middle school for, I don't know, like 11 years. Now you may be thinking, what kind of memes are they really posting here? Well, here's a screenshot from Twitter, which is Frank Heffley's Twitter account. And it says, Roderick has filled a condom with Diet Coke, froze it, and bashed Manny over the head with it. Manny has fucking died. Great. Thank you for that. Anyway, it doesn't only just stop at screenshots of Twitter posts, it's also parody pages from the book and other things like that. Just like this one. So after I confessed to Rowley that I have feelings for him, he told me he's gay and feels the same. I was so happy that I leaned in to kiss him. And then they're sucking face. We started making out, and he took off my pants, and then I turned on the TV. It was the best first kiss I could have ever asked for. I hope that Roderick doesn't find out, or else I'll never hear the end of it. God, don't you hate it when your homophobic older brother ends up making fun of you because you kissed a fat kid? God, every Saturday. Here's a great one, which is basically just a video. Let's just watch.
Greg Heffley, please do not say the N-word in my classroom. Hey, fuck you! Excuse me! Eat shit, you soy boy cuck. Greg Heffley, I hardly think I've heard of something called Cuphead, old man.
I don't know why this exists. Basically, my point is I saw this and I think, why am I laughing at this? Like, why do I think this is so funny? I'm not saying it's not, I'm saying it is, and I don't know why. So then I decided to look deeper, and, well, I immediately regretted that. Here are some actual drawings of, like fan drawings. We have a picture of Manny, who has turned into a two-headed, two-headed, seven-legged, two-tailed, or technically a three-headed, seven-legged, two-tailed monster. And he basically killed the mom, and Greg is crying in the corner. So yeah, that exists. We also have a picture of this gross monster. It says Wednesday. Gregory, I am your mother. Oh jeez. Oh jeez, seriously, like, what the heck is that? And then we also have another one where Greg Heffley gets arrested. I mean, come on, we've all been waiting for him to finally get caught after killing those 27 women. Greg Heffley, you are under arrest for liking the 2018 Rewind. They finally caught him. They finally caught this fucking criminal. We also have this picture of Greg looking very, very confused at the TV as it tells him to do the stanky leg. I would also be very confuddled and quite angry. I'd be quite angry. We also have knock knock. Huh? I am. Excuse me? I am a registered sex offender. Say what? And I mean, how could you not know this? I mean, you kissed the guy, right? You kissed him. Just mwah, mwah, mwah. There's already a relationship there. You guys couldn't have said that much when you guys got to know each other. Come on. Anyway, but that isn't the worst. I found a 16-part fan fiction on this horrible, horrible fandom. And I'm not saying it's bad. It's well written, but it's the absolute worst thing that I've ever read in my life. It has gotten rid of my will to live. It killed my parents. And it gave me chlamydia and syphilis. Both of them. I don't know how. But it's pretty bad. Anyway, so this one was made by user Judge G. Grods. Here's his 16-part Diary of a Wimpy Kid fanfiction that I narrated, and it was absolutely horrible. Anyway, enjoy that. The year 2032. Friday. Well, I haven't written in this thing in years. I was getting home from work today and I saw this thing lying under a stack of paperwork. I guess I used to like writing in it when I was a kid, so I figured I'd give it another try. Jesus, there's a lot of catching up to do. Where to start? Rowley's gone. No, not dead or anything, he just moved away. He's lived in Boston for 7 years now, I think. I don't even remember anymore. Damn, I haven't spoken to him at all since he left. I still don't really want to talk about it. I work a good job, I guess. Me and Bryce Anderson work at this office downtown. I mean, it's not like I enjoy it, but it pays the bills. Am I happy? I'm not sure. Roderick still lives in Plainville like me, but not Manny. He decided he was too good for us and went to New York in his 20s. The rest of the family still hasn't forgiven him. Me and Roderick will still see him if he's in town, but not Mom or Dad. Speaking of which, they're still living in the same house. Yeah, it's pretty old now, but they seem good there. Roderick's married now. He met this woman about 8 years ago, and they've got a kid. I don't know if I'm jealous or what, but Roderick seems to be the only one who knows what he's doing. Tuesday. Yeah, so Roderick's married. Me? I never really thought about settling down. It's not like I don't get around. I do, but I never actually had a serious relationship. Currently, I'm not seeing anyone. I guess I could say I've been busy with my job or something, but I'd just be making excuses. Work keeps me occupied, but it hasn't really been something that I needed to bring home. Plus, Bryce and I never really made it past being colleagues, so we don't do anything outside of the office. Hold on, I'm getting a phone call. Hello? Get to the hospital now. It's Dad. The cancer's gotten worse. Shit. Wednesday. I guess I have to come clean. Dad was diagnosed with lung cancer over a year ago. He started treatment almost as soon as he found out. A couple months back, the doctor told us that the cancer went into remission and we wouldn't have to worry about it anymore. Then, during a checkup, they found another tumor, so I guess the doctors here are just bullshit. Mom hasn't really been taking it well, which I guess is totally fair. For now, their savings are just covering the medical bills, but that won't last forever. Thursday. You're never gonna believe who just showed up at the hospital. That piece of shit Manny. After almost a decade, this is when he decides to see Dad? Damn it, Roderick must have told him. I wish he had told me, instead of just letting him walk in unannounced. He's in the hospital lobby with me and Roderick right now, and Mom's with Dad. Neither of them know that Manny's here yet. Manny wants to go see them now, so I guess we have to let him. Get the fuck out of here right now! Thursday. It didn't take Manny long to leave after that. He tried to talk to us on the way out, but Roderick took care of that. I'm home right now, trying to think of all this through. For the first time in a long while, I'm genuinely scared. Not just for Dad, but for myself. This is never what I thought my life would be like when I was a kid. Why couldn't I have that life? Is there something wrong with me? I need someone I could talk to about it. I don't think Mom and Dad have ever truly trusted me, so not them. Roderick, maybe, but I'm not gonna lie, him and his perfect life kind of intimidate me. Sure as hell not Manny. There's only one person I could think of who I want to talk to right now. Dear Rowley. Friday. Alright, before I say what happened next, there's something I needed to get off my chest for a long time, so here it goes. 7 years earlier. Rowley and I were best friends. We'd spent pretty much every day together since middle school. We went to college together and even moved into the same neighborhood afterwards. I was applying for a job at Fun Brain Games, the company that made Twisted Wizard. Rowley had actually managed to get Zooey Mama in the local paper. He got good pay, and from what I remember, he was doing a really good job. I was probably the happiest I'd ever been in my life. But it only took one phone call for everything to change forever. So Rowley got a call from this comic syndicate in Boston. They had seen his work, and they wanted to offer him a position. The thing was, they only had room for one more cartoonist, so if Rowley wanted the job, he'd have to move to Boston within 2 weeks. Now, I wasn't in any particularly good mood already, because Fun Brain Games had just denied my application. So when Rowley gave me the news that he'd been moving to Boston in 2 weeks, I was devastated. The day before he moved, I told him to meet me on the roof of our old middle school, for old time's sake. I had something I'd been waiting a long time to tell him that I needed to say before he was gone. I love you. Yeah, I love you too, man. No, I'm serious. I don't know if I'm bi or what, but I love you. He left the next morning. We haven't talked since. Thursday. It's been 1 week since I tried to get in contact with Rowley. He still hasn't responded. At this point, I've only got one option left. Thursday. I'm not gay, Greg. Stop! Christ! crying noises. Saturday. My father is dead. He's gone. I'll never see him again. I'll never be able to talk to him again. I'll never be able to tell him what I thought of him, what I really thought of him. This was the man who made me hide my sexuality for the last 3 decades. He's the reason I'm miserable. I remember when I was 16, I tried to tell him the truth. He didn't take it well. He never talked to me about it again. I guess he'd figured I had changed my mind. I should have gotten this off my chest when I had the chance. Should have told him when I could. I don't think I'll go to the funeral. Roderick told me it'll be on Monday. I haven't even been in Plainville. I've been living in my car in Boston for the past 2 days. I guess this means I'll have to write down what I thought of him instead of actually saying it. Just like every other genuine emotion I've ever had. Fuck you, Dad. Wednesday. The funeral was 2 days ago. I didn't go. I ended up driving back to Plainville yesterday because there's really nothing left for me in Boston. I found a termination letter from the office in my mailbox, which I guess I should have expected when I wasn't at work for a week. I realized I needed to have some sort of closure with Dad, so I decided to visit his grave last night. I guess I wasn't the only one with that idea, though. When I arrived at the cemetery, I detected a smell of gasoline. It suddenly made sense when I saw Manny standing at Dad's grave with a lit match. I don't know what I wanted to do there last night, but it sure as hell wasn't that. I feel sick. Thursday. I couldn't deal with this by myself anymore. I needed someone to help me. It was only a matter of time before I became Manny, and after what I saw what he was capable of at the graveyard, I couldn't let that happen. I wasn't about to let this hate dominate my life anymore. I was scared of what Mom and Roderick would think of me after skipping the funeral, and I was pretty raw after what happened with Rowley, so I took a bit of nerve and even more alcohol to do what I did next. I'm not sure what I feel. What Bryce and I did last night isn't something I'd ever done with another man. Like I said before, I'd never been able to move on from Rowley, but I think I just did. I think I'm happy. It's been so long I don't even remember what it feels like. Friday. I guess you could say my day didn't start too well. And Bryce, about my job, is that what this was about? Jesus Christ, Greg, you can't do this to people. Get out. The worst part is, he wasn't even wrong. I've done this my whole life. I've manipulated and lied into getting my way. I guess I am no better than Manny or Dad. I'd figured I'd cut my losses and go home, but I guess I can't even do that, because all I found when I arrived was a locked door and an eviction notice. I should probably explain this a bit better. I've never had much money saved to begin with, but when Dad got cancer, I ended up chipping in on his medical bills, and my paycheck just barely covered the rent. And as soon as I got fired, there wasn't enough cash left. I'm still not ready to see Mom or Roderick, so I guess I'll have to take my chances on the streets. Friday. I'm not sure how to say this, but I spent the night at the Plainville homeless shelter. That's not even the craziest part. Fregley was there. I guess I had let my guard down because I ended up talking to him and even telling him what I'd been going through. Look, Greg, my dad wasn't around a lot. I don't know if you knew that, but when he was pretty bad. He hit me. He hit my mom. Eventually, sometime during elementary school, Mom told him to leave. Even though he was a total piece of shit, I still missed him. It wasn't easy without him. Mom barely had enough income to support me. You probably remember how I coped, never quite acting normal. He took quite the mental toll, and I don't think I ever recovered. It's not like we could afford therapy. I know we're not really friends, and I don't blame you for that. I've always had my mom, though. She was the best friend I've ever had. I don't want to tell you what to do, man, but I really think the best thing you could do is see your mom. At the end of the day, family is family. Damn, who would have thought that the best advice I'd ever be given would be from Fregley? Saturday. Surrey Street. Home. At least it was before I fucked everything up. I knocked on the door and, unsurprisingly, he was there. He wasn't happy to see me. Poopy. We both argued for a bit. I called him bitch and he called me sissy and punched me. Just like old times. Well, one thing led to another and we started talking normally, and for the first time in nearly 25 years, we became closer. A bit too closer. We went up to my old room and began taking off our clothes. Sunday. It was morning now. Roderick is laying next to me, sleeping as I write this. To cut the story short, we had so much fucking gay sex, with his fucking penis up my fucking ass, having so much fucking sex that we accidentally broke my old bed due to fucking so much. I hope you guys enjoyed that, and I know you didn't, because you're probably either laughing out loud or reconsidering your life choices. But hey, if it makes you feel better, so am I. Anyway, guys, that's the end of the video, so make sure you guys, like, comment, whatever you guys want to do. I'm not forcing you to do anything. Don't. You know what? Fuck it. Don't do it. Don't you dare like that video. I swear I will punch you in the face. I will hunt you down. And if you comment, say something nice. Okay, bye.